We will call to order a agenda for the regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, to be held on Monday, November 15th, 2021 at 7 p.m. in the City Council chambers at 301 South 5th Street. Our invocation will be provided by Pastor Frank Jostak of the First Christian Church. And everyone please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance after.
Good evening. It's always my honor and privilege to come before you and offer the invocation on behalf of the members of the First Christian Church Disciples of Christ. I do want to take a moment and hope that, I know you're busy, but I hope that you've enjoyed the beautiful trees. I think our namesake especially has been really yellow, and I hope you take the time to enjoy the leaves. We live in a very special part of southeast Missouri. So will you pray with me? Gracious God, thank you for the gift of life and the opportunity the people have entrusted in these councilmen and women to serve the people of our city. Tonight, help them to act with character and conviction. Help them to listen with understanding and goodwill. Help them to speak with clarity and with restraint. Tonight, give them a spirit of service for our community. Remind them that they are stewards of your authority. Guide them to be the leaders your people need. Help them to see the humanity and dignity of those who disagree with them. Help them to treat all persons, no matter how weak or poor, with reverence your creation deserves. And finally, renew them with the strength of your presence and the joy of helping to build a community worthy of all. For we ask this as your sons and daughters, confident in your goodness and in your love. Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I guess I should have also prayed that you'll have a short meeting tonight.
Not going to happen.
Always into that.
God bless y'all.
Thank you, Pastor Jostak. Roll call, Clerk Young.
Councilwoman Parson.
Here.
Councilwoman Fox.
Here.
Councilwoman Horton.
Here.
Councilman Smith.
Here.
Councilwoman Taylor. Mayor Pro Tem Cornman.
Here.
Mayor Davis.
Here.
We do have a quorum.
Thank you. Item 5, disclosure of interest. Any member of the City Council may disclose any possible conflict of interest dealing with either any item on the printed agenda or with any matter discussed at a previous meeting. Seeing none, citizens' input. Each person in the audience may take this opportunity to address the City Council on any matter which is not on the printed agenda. Seeing none, item 7, consent agenda. The items on the consent agenda are approved by a single action of the City Council. If any council member would like to have an item removed from the consent agenda and considered separately, he or she may request to do so.
Mr. Mayor, I think we all received in our packet the items on the agenda, and at this time I would like to make a motion that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. The consent agenda has been approved. Item 8, workshop items for discussion. Item 8, the City Council will consider a recommendation for grant administrator with the Community Development Block Grant relative to Three Rivers College Stormwater Detention Project, and our city manager will present this item.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is in relation to the grant application that was discussed in our public hearing tonight. As part of the application process, the city does have to select a grant administrator. The We sent out a request for proposals, and the only response we received was from the Ozark Foothills Regional Planning Commission. They do not charge a fee for grant writing, and if their fees for administration of the projects is $28,846, which would be paid entirely out of grant funds. And so myself, James Sisk, and Dr. Wesley Payne reviewed the submittal, and we're recommending that we select the Ozark Foothills Regional Planning Commission for administration of this project.
Make a motion to move this to tonight's voting session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion carries. Item B, the City Council will consider a recommendation for engineering services with the Community Development Block Grant relative to the Three Rivers College Stormwater Detention Project. Mr. Winters?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And again, this is the same project. We'd sent out requests for qualifications for engineering firms to design this project. James Sisk, Dr. Payne, and I also reviewed the statements of qualifications that were submitted. And after reviewing and scoring all of the submittals, we're recommending Smith & Company engineers for the project. In addition to Smith & Company, we also received qualification submittals from Mathis & Associates, Civil Engineering Associates, and Von Arks Engineering.
I make a motion to move to tonight's voting session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item C, the City Council will consider a recommendation from the Planning and Zoning Commission regarding vacating a 50 by 136-foot portion of Looper Street. Mr. Winters?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is one that James Sisk has been working on and presented to Planning and Zoning. So the request is to vacate an undeveloped portion of Looper Street, which is a platted street that runs between Sutton and Hendricks. Actually, the northern half of this street, which is basically two pieces of property back to back, but the northern half of the street was vacated several years ago, and now the Williams family is the applicant. They live on the southern half of it, and they're requesting that we vacate that undeveloped portion. They've been maintaining it and mowing it. Went by and looked at it. Actually, it looks like a continuation of their yard, really. We are going to maintain an easement for the entire length and width that is going to be vacated, so nothing could build a house on top of it. This item was unanimously recommended to approve by the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Make a motion, we move this to the December 6th voting session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion carries. Item D, the City Council will consider permanent and temporary easements needed for the bridge replacement over Black River on Business 60 Highway. Mr. Winters?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So we've discussed two or three times in here and had some other items that go along with this. You know, MoDOT is replacing the westbound lanes of the bridge over Black River, Business 60 or Pine Street. As part of that project, they're requesting 3 easements. 2 of them are temporary construction easements that will only be during the construction process. And the third one is a small 551 square foot permanent easement that's for drainage and such off of the bridge. These are necessary for this replacement of this bridge.
Make a motion to move this to the voting session held on December 6th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion carries. Item E, the City Council will consider authorizing the execution of national opioid settlement agreements. Mr. Winters?
Again, thank you, Mr. Mayor. There has been a national settlement agreement made with Johnson & Johnson and its related corporate entities concerning alleged misconduct in the manufacture, marketing, promotion, distribution, and dispensing of opioids. As part of that settlement, the state of Missouri is expected to receive approximately $500 million. By executing the attached resolution, the city is agreeing to participate in the settlement agreement and will not seek monetary damages directly from Johnson & Johnson. Also, by participating in the state's settlement, the city will receive a portion of the $500 million. All money that's received by the state must be spent to abate and alleviate the local impacts of the opioid epidemic. As of late last week, the exact details and the amounts of money that will be distributed to cities that participate that have not been finalized. So this is just basically us participating with the state instead of trying to sue Johnson & Johnson on our own, which would be terribly expensive. So, and the more cities that participate, the higher the amount that the state will receive to be able to disperse.
I make a motion to move that to December 6th voting session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None motion carries. Action required items. AA Bill Number 8343, the City Council will take action on an ordinance relative to the proposed annexation of the Natria LLC property and a zoning designation for said property.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8343.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Counselor?
An ordinance annexing certain real property into the city of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, such property being located west of Shelby Road and south of Oak Grove Road and owned by Natria LLC.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8343.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Counselor?
An ordinance annexing certain real property into the city of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, such property being located west of Shelby Road and south of Oak Grove Road and owned by Natria LLC.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8343.
Second.
Any questions or comments? And roll call, Clerk Young.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Cornman?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. Bill number 8343 is adopted. Item BB, Bill number 8344. The City Council will take action on an ordinance relative to vacating a portion of the Shelby Road right-of-way excess.
Motion for first reading of bill 8344.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance vacating city property located along Shelby Road in Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Motion
For second reading of bill number 8344.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Counselor?
An ordinance vacating city property located along Shelby Road in Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8344.
Second.
Any questions or comments? None.
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Cornman?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. Bill number 8344 has been adopted. Item CC, Bill number 8345. The City Council will take action on an ordinance regarding a request to rezone property at 211 through 213B North Broadway.
Yes, and I did speak with the applicant on this, and they've withdrawn their would like to withdraw their application. So I make a motion for first reading of bill number 8345.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Counselor?
An ordinance rezoning property located at 211, 213A, and 213B in Poplar, Bluff, Missouri.
Motion for second reading of Bill 8345.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Counselor?
An ordinance rezoning property located at 211, 213A, and 213B in Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Okay, if there is no motion for adoption or second, this item is defeated. Bill number 8345. Item DD, bill number 8346. The City Council will take action on an ordinance regarding a contract for professional services for the CDBG Street Paving Project 220PF20.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8346.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Poplar Bluff to execute a contract for professional services between the city of Poplar Bluff and Mathis and Associates for professional services relative to the CDBG 220-PF-20 street paving project.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8346.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Poplar Bluff, Missouri to execute a contract for professional services between the city of Poplar Bluff and Mathis and Associates for professional services relative to the CDBG 220-PF-20 street paving project.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8346.
Second.
Questions or comments? If not, roll call, Clerk Young.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Cornman?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. Bill number 8346 has been adopted. Item EE, bill number 8347. The City Council will take action on an ordinance regarding a loan modification agreement with the Missouri Transportation Finance Corporation for the reconstruction of Highway 67 from Route 160 to County Road 338.
Motion for first reading of bill 8347.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Counselor?
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute loan modification agreement between the city of Poplar Bluff and the Missouri Transportation Finance Corporation relative to the Highway 67 project from US Route 160 to Butler County Road 338.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8347.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Counselor?
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a loan modification agreement between the city of Poplar Bluff and the Missouri Transportation Finance Corporation relative to the Highway 67 project from US Route 160 to Butler County Road 338.
Motion for adoption of bill 8347.
Second.
Questions or comments? If not, roll call, Clerk Young.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Cornman?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. Bill number 8347 has been adopted. Item FF, bill number 8348. The City Council will take action on an ordinance regarding a loan agreement with the Missouri Transportation Finance Corporation for the reconstruction of Highway 67 to a divided multi-lane facility from County Road 338 to County Road 352.
Motion for first reading of Bill 8348.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a loan agreement between the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri and the Missouri Transportation Finance Corporation relative to the Highway 67 project from Butler County Road 338 to Butler County Road 352.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8348.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Counselor?
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a loan agreement between the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri and the Missouri Transportation Finance Corporation relative to the Highway 67 project from Butler County Road 338 to Butler County Road 352.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8348.
Second.
Questions or comments? If none, roll call, Clerk Young.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Cornman?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. Bill number 8348 has been adopted. Item GG, bill number 8349, the City Council will take action on an ordinance selecting a grant administrator for the Community Development Block Grant relative to stormwater.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8349.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance selecting Ozark Foothills Regional Planning Commission for the administration of a Community Development Block Grant application for a stormwater retention project on the campus of Three Rivers College in Poplar Bluff.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8349.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance selecting Ozark Foothills Regional Planning Commission for the administration of a Community Development Block Grant application for a stormwater retention project on the campus of Three Rivers College in Poplar Bluff.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8349.
Second.
Questions or comments? If none, roll call, Clerk Young.
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Cornman?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. Bill number 8349 has been adopted. Item HH, bill number 8350, the City Council will take action on an ordinance selecting an engineer's service for the Community Development Block Grant relative to stormwater.
Motion for first reading of bill 8350.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Counselor?
An ordinance selecting and appointing S.H. Smith and Company as the engineering firm for the Three Rivers Community College Storm Water Retention Project in the City of Poplar Bluff.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8350.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Counselor?
An ordinance selecting and appointing S.H. Smith and Company as the engineering firm for the Three Rivers College Stormwater Retention Project in the City of Poplar Bluff.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8350.
Second.
Questions or comments? If none, roll call, Clerk Young.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Cornman?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. Bill number 8350 has been adopted. Item II, resolution number 1961, the city council will take action on a resolution regarding the proposed annexation of a portion of Highway 60 East from Station 70 plus 54.33 to Station 183 plus 66.76 in the city of Poplar Bluff.
Motion for the reading of resolution number 1961.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Counselor?
A resolution annexing certain real property into the city of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, such property being the right-of-way along Business Highway 60 East, Butler County, Missouri, and owned by the Missouri Highway and Transportation Commission.
Motion for adoption of resolution 1961.
Second.
Questions, comments? Clerk Young?
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox,
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Cornman,
Yes.
Mayor Davis.
Yes. Resolution 1961 has been adopted. Mr. Winters, do we have a closed meeting tonight? Okay. Or do you have a manager's report? Yes, sir. Thank you.
So again, this year, the street department will not be picking up leaves on the side of the road other than for ditch areas where we have problems with water draining, that we'll be cleaning out some ditches to keep the flow of water moving in certain areas. So in lieu of that, we are going to open up the city's leaf disposal site on 6 Saturdays, December 4th, December 11th, and December 18th, and then January 8th, 15th, and 22nd. This will be open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. For city residents to dispose of leaves and limbs and natural vegetation. Just to kind of let you all know, we recently had our annual city health fair for our city employees. We had more than 200 employees and retirees that participated. We offered things such as blood screenings and sugar checks and flu vaccines and a lot of information for the city employees. It's always a good event, and we had a little over 200 that attended and participated in that. Also, I had at your seats a couple different flyers, a couple things going on coming up. The first one is a new event that is getting ready to, it's going on downtown. Sponsored by River Radio, the downtown Poplar Bluff Deck the Downtown Light Pole Decorating Contest. So businesses and groups and organizations can register to decorate light poles in downtown Poplar Bluff. They're going to be starting to decorate here this week, and then starting on Thursday, November 24th, you'll be able to go online and through the downtown Poplar Bluff and River Radio to actually vote on your favorite decorated light pole, and the winner will be announced on December 6th. The winner will receive a $1,000 advertising package from River Radio. It's kind of a neat event just to kind of bring a little more holiday cheer to the downtown area. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what folks come up with. It ought to be nice and interesting, so make sure you take a look at those when they all get put up. And the last thing, our annual, cannot believe this is going to happen before our next meeting. Our annual lighted Christmas parade is Friday, December 3rd. Lineup is at 4:30 p.m. And then the parade will start at 6 p.m. So make a point to come down and watch the lighted Christmas parade. It's getting close. Week and a half till Thanksgiving now, so we're marching right along through the year. We'll be getting close. By our next council meeting on the 6th, I will have the 2022 budget for your review, and we'll start workshop that on the 6th and vote on it at the next meeting. So that's all I have tonight.
Well, thank you, Mr. Winters. If there's no further business before the council, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion adjourned. Meeting adjourned.